We're here covering the local marches, and one of those taking place today on this bitterly cold morning, I must add, is one in Ilford, which is in a part of London. Lots of people behind me ready to march. It's joining another march that I understand is taking place from the London Borough of Newham. So two boroughs are getting together, and there'll be a rally in the park. It's a route which is probably about 3 miles or 4 miles perhaps, and they're going to be marching down a major arterial route in London and making their points and making their chance.
So the world needs to step up. It's our job to step up and to show our solidarity. It is cold, but our hearts are warm, full of compassion for the suffering that's taking place.
We won't stop when the bombs stop. We'll stop when the occupation stops.
I've got to be honest, the base for Newham Palestine Solidarity campaign has not been big before now. What's happened is the community in Newham has turned out for Palestine. They've turned out because there's a bombing going on. For years, as you know, I've campaigned about Palestine, so I know the history. I know how many wrongs, I know how many hundreds and thousands of Palestinians have suffered for years, but now the eyes of the world are on it. And the population in Newham has always stood for Palestine, always been in their hearts. And now they've come out today to show that to us, to this government and to the Palestinians who need to get comfort. They need to get some hope from the fact that we have stood up, we've come out, and we will come out again and again to get justice for them, to get peace, to get a ceasefire and to stop the genocide.
I think the solution, first of all, is for Israel to stop bombing them. Give them, all we're asking is for food, water, medicines, ambulances to be able to go through. Let the people in power realize that it's a basic humanitarian need that we are asking for. Nothing much, just for humanity. You know, that is what the start is. After that, let the funds start going in. Let's start rebuilding Gaza, you know. They need homes, they need shelter. It's going to start getting colder than it is here now. And what are they going to do? What are the people that are displaced going to do then? We're all wrapped up with hats, gloves, everything. You know, and it's only -2 here. It's going to be even more colder there, you know, and they've got nothing. So they need to let the humanitarian aid get through first before we start rebuilding Gaza.
People routinely describe this as a war, but in a war, both sides have an army, both sides have an air force, both sides have a navy. In this so-called war, the Palestinians have none of that. So it's not a war in any meaningful sense of the word. What it is a killing spree by the IDF inside a prison yard. That's what it is.
And in terms of the next few weeks, the Israelis are saying perhaps 2 more months of bombing. That's over the Christmas period into the new year. Do you think that's sustainable?
I don't think it's sustainable in terms of the public opposition that they're going to receive. There was a very, very important article in the Washington Post about a week ago which said that since 1982 and the Israeli invasion of Lebanon, they've never managed to conclude a military operation with the kind of victory that they wanted before public opinion on a global scale stopped them. And that's really the situation that we're in. We're in a situation where we're trying to mobilise global public opinion so that it stops the Israelis from completing a second Nakba, because that's what's happening. It's the dispossession of people who've already been dispossessed once and their effective dissolution as a people inside Gaza.